What is up, Rainmaker Nation, whatever it is? Today we're going to talk about doing things. Trust me, it's really important. Before we talk about that, go to rainmaking.com, REIGN making.com. There's some content on there, and if you are a business that makes at least $250,000 a year, you can set up a free call with me. It's not like some high-pitched, high-pressure sales call or something like that. We just chat. I ask you about your business. I ask you what you want to accomplish, what problems you've had, and then I give you some solutions, and you can go implement it yourself, seriously. And if you want me to help, as long as I think we're a good fit, I'll help you, okay? So doing new things. The point I'm trying to make is we often put off making decisions to do something that has even a little bit of unknown to it, right? It could be unknown like, hey, driving this other way home that you haven't drove home before, or, something small like that, or buying that course that you haven't bought that is going to have information in there that's going to help you. And yeah, you're not sure if it's exactly going to get you what you want, but what's interesting is when you or you book that call that you've been putting off, right? Rainmaking.com. What's amazing is if you just do it, right? What happens is within a few days, as long as you don't just buy it, say it's a course, you don't just buy it and let it sit there, or you make an appointment for a call with a consult, and you no show, right? Or there's multiple steps there. Maybe you're too afraid to even book a call. Maybe you're too afraid to actually show up to the call, or you go to the checkout page of the course and you just can't quite pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Just take the jump. Within some reason, what I'm saying to you is there are definitely lots of decisions you could make that wouldn't really be that risky, but they would possibly give you valuable information or valuable insight, or just really an improvement in results, right? It's interesting. I've been in kind of an immersion mode for the past 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe probably 3 weeks, maybe, because I've been launching this e-commerce business, and so I've just been immersion every day, and I keep getting courses and getting courses and getting courses, and what I've learned in this time is it's a lot, because when you think back, say you were in high school or college or something, I mean, if you were anything like me, you weren't excited about studying. You weren't excited about, that algebra test or that history test. You just wanted to go screw around and hang out with your buddies, right? But, you still had to get some kind of minimal standard. So, you show up, you get B's and C's, Now, think about the few people in your class that were A+ students. Did you ever pay attention to what they did different than you? What they do is they actually study all the time, right? I mean, sure, there's that buddy that, he can just kind of somehow squeak out an A, even though he literally just crammed the night before this test and barely didn't even show up for class, but crammed all the information from the notes or something, right? But what they do is they study all the time. And why? I think it's because they're actually interested in learning it more than they feel they have to. Some are like that and push themselves, and they got to be, that high stress, got to be the best type thing, attitude. But what they do is they immerse themselves in this stuff. It's a higher value. They value it higher and choose it over other things, over more things than you do, or whatever. And then they just get immersed in it. And I think so when I go to learn something, I'm like, well, I'm gonna study like the really smart kids then, because they seem to be getting the information, being able to apply it and know it and what to do with it, and they're the most have the best results. So with this thing, I've just been immersing myself in it, and it's I've been getting course. And I was afraid to pull the trigger because they're not cheap, and I just have been doing it, and I've learned so much. It's crazy. I fast forwarded my timeline and decreased my frustration and my stress and my worry and my anxiety a ton, just because I pulled the trigger to buy the course or book the call or do the thing, you know? And I think that consecutiveness is really important, right? Because like immersion has to do with a certain frequency of study and application. Immersion has to do with a certain frequency and and what the hell did I just say? The immersion has to do with frequency and consecutiveness. Yeah, that's a weird word. So consecutiveness, what I mean by like frequency and consecutiveness, they're like the same thing. It's like, I mean, I've been studying and doing like, I don't know, man, like 10, 12 hours a day. But it doesn't feel like hard to me because I have a goal that I'm really excited to get to. And I know the more I do of this, the faster I get there. And I want to get there. That's the feeling you get when you actually get in the habit of making the decisions that might scare you a little bit. You don't have to, what I think what a lot of people do is they have this big goal, and that's fine, that's awesome, not fine, that's wonderful. And it's like you're trying to jump from, but you're not there yet. So it's like you're trying to, most of us, and I've done this plenty, it's like we're trying to jump from where we are to that goal in one swoof step. And that doesn't work. Right? And then we get frustrated when it doesn't work. And we start thinking, oh, stuff doesn't work, and you lose confidence in yourself. Does that make sense? You getting this? You agree? Has this ever happened to you? Yeah. But in reality, you just got to go step by step. You just got to go step by step. And yeah, it feels like it's like you're at the bottom of a mountain and you're trying to jump up to the top in one jump, you know? And in reality, the truth is you just got to go walk the path. But you know what? The path up a mountain is beautiful. It's beautiful. You ever hiked up a mountain? Beautiful. And it just gets more beautiful the higher and higher you go. See, because once you start taking momentum, can appreciate where you are and the beautifulness around you, you can like be happy, and you'll just want to take next step, because each step is better than the last one. You know, sometimes you'll hit a rock, sometimes you'll slip a little bit, but whatever. Recover, keep going. It's beautiful. The higher and higher you go. So immersion. That's what it is. It's wanting to keep walking because it's beautiful and enjoyable. That's how you do immersion. But Matt, immersion's about like just getting in there and doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But why, if you're going to get in there and do it, you can choose the state of mind and the feeling and the perception you have doing it. Does that make sense? So if you take time to really appreciate the progress you're making instead of getting upset that you're not to the top of the mountain yet, just enjoy where you're at and keep moving. And by the way, when you get to the top of the mountain, you'll notice there's another mountain higher. And you get to that one and the next one higher. And there's just no end, because you're just gonna want to keep moving. So that's why they say, and I agree, it's not about the goal. It's about the progress. It's about the journey to the goal. Because once you get to the goal, it lasts a little bit. And then what's the next one? What's the next goal? Where am I going? Oh, that mountain over there looks beautiful. Ooh, I wonder what it'll look like. Let's go. Go to reignmaking.com, REIGN making.com. We can talk about stuff like this, because getting started, the first step, is by far the hardest. Even if you stop to sit down somewhere along the mountain, you know, it's hard to start again sometimes. But that's only because you're frustrated and not sure how to keep moving. Rainmaking.com. Set up a call with me if you have a real business doing at least $250,000 a year. guarantee we untie some knots in your chain. Okay? And you can go use it. You don't have to work with me. It's not that no offense, it's not, we have to be a good fit from both sides, okay? But you'll definitely get value. All right, I'm going to go. I got more work to do. It's almost 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. But I like doing this. Like, I just keep stepping, and every step is just more beautiful. Yeah. Kind of tired, if you can't tell. But whatever. It energizes me to get into this stuff. But the hardest part is starting. I mean, even when you stop, if you stop at night, like you get up one day and you push the start button and you go, and you buy the course and you start immersing yourself in it, and it feels like work. It doesn't feel like interesting and exciting and engaging. It should, for you to actually do well, it needs to feel engaging. I'm not saying force it, Danny. What I'm saying is it's just a matter of perception. Because if you really get clear on where these actions are taking you, where this hike is and what's around you, the beauty around you, every step of the way, that's where you'll do the best. That's by far where you'll do the best. And you'll literally enjoy the journey, And it's not about getting there. It's really not, because you're going to get your goal and you're going to want another goal and another and another and another. It doesn't end. This universe, infinite, right? Infinite choices, infinite goals. I mean, so love where you're at. Everything about where you're at. A lot of good around you. All right, I'm going to go. Bye.